Welcome to West Virginia Northern Community College. We are so glad that you have decided to pursue your academics at Northern. Part of your admission to college includes placement testing, which will be explained in this presentation. Placement test orientation, test administration, implications, transitional education, and programming. First, I will explain the administration of the placement test, which includes how the test is set up and where to seek assistance with accommodations. The placement test is a computer-based test called the Compass test with no time limits. This means that once you start the test on the computer, you can take the time you need to work through the questions. The placement test can include one or more areas: reading, writing, math, and algebra. Most new students will take tests in each subject. Once you finish testing in one subject, you will be able to begin the next section that you need. The Compass Placement Test can be taken on any of our northern campuses of Wheeling, Weirton, and New Martinsville. In order to take the placement test, you must complete this orientation presentation and sign up for the placement test online. Additionally, there is no cost the first time that you take the test. You can retest on all or part of the test a second time for $10. Some individuals may need assistance with the placement test. For instance, if you feel uncomfortable with your computer skills, please contact the college to see if assistance can be provided. In addition, those who qualify for testing accommodations under the American with Disabilities Act, Amendments Act, and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act can contact our Support Services Office for appropriate accommodations to be made. The second section I will cover is the placement test requirements and results, so you understand why you were asked to take this test and how to understand your results. As a common requirement for college admissions, students are required to complete a placement test per college and state policies. The placement test can include Northern's Compass test described earlier, as well as the ACT, SAT, or other placement test. In place of these tests, transferring students could become exempt from testing if they transfer qualifying courses. Passing ACT and SAT scores are listed on the right of the screen and are also available in the college catalog. Qualifying transfer work that exempts students from testing includes English composition, college algebra, statistics, and others, just to name a few. The reason these placement tests are important is because they help the college place you appropriately in your courses, particularly for your first semester of college. Your scores, for instance, may show that you are prepared to start directly in college composition, college algebra, and other college-level courses. On the other hand, your scores may show that you need to build foundational skills in reading, writing, and math, and students in this case start with transitional courses. Transitional coursework refers to classes that are meant to build up your current skills in reading, writing, or math to a college level so you are better prepared for college courses. For those taking the Compass Placement Test at Northern, the scores required to test out of transitional courses are supplied on the right. You must achieve a reading score of 75 and a writing score of 71 to test out of transitional reading and writing. To test out of an arithmetic transitional course, you must score at least a 59 in pre-algebra. There are two transitional algebra courses. To test out of the first course, you must score at least a 36. And to test out of the second algebra course, you must score at least a 61 on the algebra portion of the test. These scores are available in the catalog, and you can feel free to write them down. Even if you do not achieve these scores or higher, you will not be prevented from admission to WVNCC. Remember, these scores simply help us better place you in your courses. If you do not meet one or more of these cutoff scores for college-level work, you will be placed into transitional courses as listed below based on your test scores. You may only need one or two courses, or you may need to take more and possibly all of these courses. Note that with the transitional courses in math, you may need to complete all 3 transitional math courses to be prepared for college-level math. Depending on the options you select, this means that you could take at least 3 semesters of transitional math before you can start a college-level math course. The final point to make about transitional education is that it has both benefits and drawbacks. Therefore, if you do test into transitional rather than college-level courses, you will want to keep these pros and cons in mind. First, for the benefits, transitional courses are intended to better prepare you for college work and can promote your overall success in college. Second, these classes can help new students adapt to college gradually. Third, non-passing poor grades in these courses do not count in your GPA, so they cannot bring your GPA down like a college-level class can. As for the drawbacks, good grades in these courses also do not count in GPA, and they therefore cannot help your GPA. These classes also do not meet or waive college-level requirements for your degrees, meaning that they add to your total course load and extend the length of time to graduation. Because these are additional classes for you to take, they also add to the total cost of your education. Finally, for students seeking to begin a selective admission program like nursing, respiratory care, surgical technology, or other healthcare fields, those students cannot begin programmatic courses until they complete these transitional courses. Despite some of these drawbacks, Northern offers you ways to retest successfully and accelerate through transitional education. Therefore, once you take the placement test, if you find that you tested into transitional coursework, know that the options I will explain to you can offer you ways to overcome the drawbacks. The first option is the Placement Test Preparation Program. Any student not passing all or a portion of the placement test can participate in this program. Students will use the product My Foundations Lab to review specific skills in which the student may be lacking. My Foundations Lab will help you assess where your skills are strongest and where they are weakest in English, reading, and math, and provide you practice to build those skills. After a 4-week review, you can retest on the compass, and your improved skills may allow you to test out of one or more of the transitional courses. If you are interested in this option after the placement test, be sure to talk to your test administrator, tutoring center staff, or college counselor about this option. Those who select this option will receive an access code to My Foundations Lab so that they can begin practicing their skills and prepping to retest. A second option is available in our Math Lab course sections for Math 86, 92, and 93. This option is available currently in Wheeling and Weirton only. These classes are offered in self-paced modules without traditional lecture. Like My Foundations Lab, students work through content using computer-assisted materials. As students work independently on content, they can receive assistance from an instructor or tutor available on site during lab hours. The benefits of the Math Lab option are threefold. Students could accelerate through content faster than a traditional classroom lecture. Students can also pace themselves more slowly than a lecture class if needed. And students can receive one-on-one assistance with specific problems. Students in the Math Lab courses still sign up for 3 credit hours for each course, whether they need 1, 2, or all 3 transitional math courses. As they complete one course, they can move directly into the next course, even if this is within the same semester, allowing students to possibly finish courses in fewer semesters than with the traditional lecture setting. Students in Math Lab courses are required to spend at least 3 hours in Math Lab per week and take tests in the Math Lab on campus, but can complete homework from home or on campus. Another option for acceleration includes an accelerated lecture for Math 92 and Math 93 and an English 90 accelerated course. First, the Math 92-93 accelerated option allows students to take a traditional lecture rather than a computer-assisted self-paced course in 8 weeks per class rather than 16 weeks per class. Once students successfully finish Math 92 in the first 8 weeks of the semester, they can begin the Math 93 class 8-week course in the same semester. This option is available on all 3 campuses. Second, the students needing a transitional writing course can complete the accelerated English 90 if they score at least a 50 on the Compass writing test. Students selecting this option also enroll in a section of English 101 that runs concurrently with English 90. This course is also available on all 3 campuses. Finally, to further promote student success, those students needing all of the transitional courses in reading, writing, and math can elect to take the learning community that includes reading and college success, as well as English 90 in Weirton and Wheeling. The advantage to the learning community is that all of the same students are enrolled in the same learning community of courses. This helps students build relationships with peers and work together on similar content. For more information about placement test preparation, contact the tutoring center nearest you. For information on other acceleration options, contact a campus counselor or the Director of Academic Student Support Services. Again, welcome to Northern and good luck on the placement test.